Wisconsin Badgers. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you get to Madison, Wisconsin, you know you're someplace special when you walk into Camp Randall Stadium. This is one of the largest and oldest stadiums in the country, opening in 1917. The students make it special. Every time there's a cool moment in the third and fourth quarter, Camp Randall continues to prove one of the best home field advantages in the Big Ten. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Golden Gophers will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Joseph. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Could be an alley. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Taylor. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Minnesota! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Working the ground game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game so unique.
Yeah, and the trophy games are so fun. Just to watch the the teams react at the end. And they know, starting this game off, one of them is going to run across the field and get an enormous axe. How flippin' cool is that?
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Trying to squeak through the pile. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And, man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got one touchdown on the day, and I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Tells the run, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of... Oh, he wants it all. Goes high to pull it in. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Give to the single back. Taken down. This axe means so much to both Minnesota and Wisconsin. But, Jesse, my question is, have you ever used an axe?
Improperly, and I almost chopped off my ankle once upon a time. You know, in Canada, we have to use axes quite often. We have fireplaces and it gets very cold. But not like this axe right here. None as valuable or as important to thousands and thousands and thousands of people the way the...
All the way! Touchdown, Wisconsin! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thompson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Fires to the wideout. Open on the right side. That's Smith. Smashes through the tackle. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Joseph. There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Blasted as he lets it go. And can't make the connection on the soft toss.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing Joseph. On the run, fires downfield. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Third and long coming up. Again, it's Joseph. Fires quickly. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Going to the running game. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here as we get a look at the numbers so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They give it back to him. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll go to the counter. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Sells to fake. Between the hashes, it's Tracy. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the crow route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
To the air, it's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Right back to the well. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Joseph. Look out! He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he gets rid of it.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Trying to make one miss. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. To the air, it's Lindsey. Rush right in his face. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, for go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The run inside. It's Taylor. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
Wants to throw one first. He's got his man across the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Taylor.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
Second and long here. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Throwing right. Snags it. And with that, he's got him set up with a first and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. The Golden Gophers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Making the adjustment on the play. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. From the gun. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Throwing Joseph. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense, because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They booted away. Trying to take it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get got something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Sets his feet. It's Lindsey. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
The Gophers will take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. And he makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Play action on first down. Unloads it left. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Sets his feet. It's Lindsey. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fake and wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Out wide left, it's Helms. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Holds on, it's Coleman. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Nice job by the quarterback and the receiver. They're working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man. They finally get him stopped. So dangerous after the catch, but his defense might get a little help from the officials here. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Those holding calls in that area of the field really hurt when you're trying to put something on the board. It's 2nd and long. Rush is on. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense, man, here in the second half, they give up another sack, and they're just not as crisp. Like first half, it felt like they were in a good rhythm. Nice job by this defense. After half, coming out with some adjustments that has confused this offense.
Punt is in the air. Looks it in. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Joseph throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Badgers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Drops back on first down. Back's got it on the screen. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They want to throw it. Right side, it's Coleman. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Badgers will hustle to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Under pressure. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. 3rd and 4. Throwing Joseph. Caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the 3rd quarter. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Breaks the tackle. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Rides to the back. Swapped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. He fires a bullet to the right. Makes the grab. Gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt. And you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open. So I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
Run in the red zone. It's Taylor. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Joseph. Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete. Pass, he had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's pass. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Middle of the field, Coleman's got it.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Again, it's Joseph. Throws quickly. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Throwing Joseph. Here comes the heat. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz,
unleashes one deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Joseph to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Kearney. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field.
Makes it. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They'll line up to go for 2. Again, it's Joseph. Move to his right. And he makes the catch. It's a deuce.
and it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The give as they work on that clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Motion from the wideout. powers through the defender. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today. The one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Punt is on its way. He takes it at the 45. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on the 2nd and long.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Booster! Joseph. Oh, pressure's coming. And they got him.
And this defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
So look at this. They're going to opt for the field goal to try to make it a 1-score game. And it's good! And they've made it a 1-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. to the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Running inside, it's Taylor, fighting off the defender. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Second and long here. Wide right, it's Helms. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Tracy. That'll be a first down and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.
When I'm in a tight game and it's a one-possession game, I do not want to put my defense on the field. You could tell the offense didn't. Great job executing the third down, getting the first down, and now we're just going to play the tick, tick, tick game.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. And so in this old-school, heated Big Ten rivalry, Paul Bunyan's axe will be headed to Minnesota as the Gophers outlast the Badgers.